Shrieking denunciations and fear-mongering have created a climate of fear and suspicion across the country, raising the question in households across the nation, who are these un-American Americans amongst us?
Any man who has been named by either a senator of a committee or a congressman is a danger to the welfare of this nation.
President Eisenhower refuses to engage directly with McCarthy. In a letter to his brother, however, inexperienced individual encouraged the use of the office to give them one of the as he desired.
There's so many better ways to die. Please, turn off that noise.
For uncensored use of our library.
Is everything ready?
Oui.
Good. Cook!
Called, sir?
Everything on schedule.
Dinner will be served at 7:30. Sharp.
Right on time. You have your instructions?
Oui.
Very well then. Let the game begin. Good evening. I'm not sure if I... Yes, indeed you are expected, Colonel.
How do you...
It is Colonel Mustard, isn't it?
No, my name is Colonel Ascent.
I believe it's been recommended that tonight you use a pseudonym.
Oh, no thank you. I took an antihistamine before coming tonight.
May I take your coat?
Oh, well, I suppose.
Oh, not to worry, Colonel. It's just the maid in the hall with the champagne cork.
Champagne?
Oh, well, I get it.
This way, monsieur.
Very well. Are you expecting somebody else?
Indeed. I'll be with you in a moment.
As you say, my dude.
Do come in, madam. You are expected. Welcome.
Do you know who I am?
Only that you are a socialite to be known this evening as Mrs. White.
Yes, it said so in my letter. But why?
May I introduce you, Mrs. White? This is the maid Yvette. I see you two know each other.
We've never met.
Champagne?
I think not.
Please, warm yourself in the lounge.
Why? Do I look cold?
A bit.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Pleased to meet you.
I'm rarely pleased to meet anyone. More?
Oh, yes.
Bonjour, madame. Please come in, Quincy Rain.
Mrs. Peacock, I presume.
Who? Oh, yes, that is me.
Cook, will you please take Mrs. Peacock's stove? I see you two know each other.
Don't be ridiculous. I've never seen this woman before in my life.
Champagne?
My lips belong to the Lord.
Please, make yourself comfortable in the lounge.
Thank you for your hospitality, and there's a couple Benjamins hidden under the caramels for your butler.
How sticky.
Well, I expect to be treated like the wife of a...
Hold that thought. Right this way. After you, Mrs. Peacock.
Oh my, look at the detail in the molding. This is quite a magnificent... No! Who are you? Welcome to the party.
This is turning out to be quite the crowd.
Is this the right address to meet Mr. Body?
Sit! No, not you, sir.
Sorry.
Please, come in.
Excuse me, I suppose this letter has me rather anxious.
You must be Mr. Green.
Yes, that's exactly who I am.
Welcome, sir.
Whoa, this place is nothing like I expected it to be.
I find if you expect nothing, you're never disappointed.
Oh, I'm not disappointed.
Pardon me, sir. Good evening. Please arrive at 7:30 on Saturday evening. Well, here I am. Professor Plum, if you say so.
Well, and I thought I'd seen everything.
Miss Scarlet, welcome. I didn't realize you and the professor were acquainted.
Oh, we're not. The rain washed off the bridge and my car broke down, so this Professor offered to give me a ride. I didn't know we were going to the same place until we arrived.
How does you drive? It's a long haul. Indeed, it is a long haul, but then again, it's a very large house.
What is this godforsaken place anyway?
Oh, this old place? This is Body Manor. Cook, dinner,
Directly.
appetizers in the lounge. After you. What hors d'oeuvres? I'm starving.
Funny, I haven't much of an appetite at all.
My, this really is a party, isn't it?
Well, greetings all. It's a pleasure for you to see me. Cocktail hour.
There are so many of you here, I didn't realize.
Right then, you're all here. Colonel Mustard, President, Miss Scarlet, Mrs. White,
Yes.
Professor Plum, right? Mr. Green,
Oh, that's me.
and Mrs. Peacock.
How do you do?
Greetings. I am Wadsworth, your butler. Tonight, as you may have surmised, none of you are being addressed by your real names, a courtesy your host has provided to ensure your privacy. I suggest you follow his lead and refrain from telling each other too much about yourselves this evening. You never know when... Dinner!
Sorry, I'm a bit clumsy, I suppose.
That was more like a cocktail minute.
Mr. Wadsworth, you were saying you never know when. What?
What?
Huh?
This way, please. Oh, Cookie get cranky. We really ought to keep her waiting. Ladies and gentlemen, follow me. The dining room is right this way. You'll find your names beside your places. Please, be seated.
Oh, I think you're
Connell's Tar? So, this place, at the head of the table, would that be for you?
Indeed, no, sir. I am merely a humble butler.
What exactly do you do?
I buttle, sir.
Dinner is served.
Thank you, cook.
all right then. What's all this about, Butler? This dinner party?
Ours not to reason why, ours but to do and die.
Die?
Merely quoting, sir, from Alfred, Lord Tennyson.
I prefer Kipling myself. Colonel, do you enjoy Kipling?
Oh, well, sure. I'll eat anything.
What's that smell? It's something.
Familiar.
Shark's fin soup?
My favorite.
I know.
Bon appetit! Oh my, this soup is delicious. It's yum, yum, yummy, yum, yum, yum. Okay, well, I guess I'll be the one to get the ball rolling. I mean, I'll be the one to break the ice. I mean, I'm used to being the hostess. It's an integral part. It's the life of the wife of the... I forgot, we're not really supposed to say who we are, but I have no idea what's happening, and I'm very intrigued and... Oh my, the soup is delicious, isn't it?
I know who you are.
You do.
I work in Washington.
Washington. So you must be a politician's wife, Mrs. Peacock.
Yes, I am. Well, who's your husband? Maybe I know him. Mrs. White, you've been awfully quiet. What does your husband do? Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, he lies around on his back all day. How lazy? Not necessarily.
Sorry, I'm afraid I'm a little accident.
That will be $5, mister.
Sorry?
Mr. Green, what do you do in Washington?
Oh, I'd better not say. I like to follow the rules.
Well, if I wasn't trying to keep the conversation going, we'd all just be sitting there in silence!
Are you afraid of silence, Mrs. Peacock?
Yes. No. Why?
In my professional opinion, you suffer from what we call pressure of speech.
Is that an official diagnosis?
Are you a doctor, Professor?
In psychological medicine,
Do you practice?
not anymore. I currently work for the government.
Another politician.
Not necessarily. I do research for you-know-who.
Who?
Branch of the United Nations Organization. The World Health Organization.
You know who? It's an acronym.
You know, I have a sister. She was a gymnast.
You are a real colonel, aren't you?
I am, sir.
Colonel, aren't you going to mention the funny coincidence that you're from Washington, D.C. too?
And how did you know that?
I've seen you before.
So, Miss Scarlet, does this mean that you also live in Washington?
Sure do.
Does anyone here not live in Washington?
Oh, then this is about the Red Scare.
Oh, I'm not a communist. I'm a Republican.
Wadsworth, we've had about enough of this. Where is our host? And why have we been brought here?
Ah, speak of the devil. Pardon me, please.
I have an idea.
Oh yes, good thinking, Miss Scarlet. What are we doing?
Ah, the acoustic coupling between the door and the cups allows sound waves to travel from one side to the other.
All the guests have arrived as expected, sir.
Everything is going according to plan. We'll meet you in the study.
Is this thing on?
Oh, Wadsworth, we were just playing the game.
Here it is.
Oh no, does a fantastic job here.
Oh, for goodness sakes, who is out the door? I demand to know what's going on.
May I interest any of you in any fruit or dessert?
No!
In that case, may I suggest that we adjourn to the study for coffee and brandy, at which point I believe your newly arrived host will reveal his intentions, your letters will be explained, and the game will be at foot.
Coffee? Brandy?
Thank you, Yvette. That will be all.
Oui, monsieur.
Well, where is our host?
He's not here. Nobody's here. What's happening?
Would you like a smoke? I think it'll calm your nerves.
I don't.
For Witherspoon, open afternoon. It's for you.
Right then. Are you comfortable?
I make a good living.
Oh, out with the Wadsworth. Ladies and gentlemen, these instructions are clear.
I'm glad something is.
It appears the 6 of you have all received the same letter. It will be to your advantage to be present on this date because somebody will bring to end a certain long-standing confidential and painful financial liability.
I think that says that.
It appears you all have one thing in common.
That tyrant Curly will be blacklisted, aren't we?
Close, Colonel. You're all being blackmailed. For some considerable time, all of you have been paying more than you can afford to someone who threatens to expose you.
Oh, please let someone going to blackmail me before I go to church every Sunday.
Yeah, lady, don't we all?
Anybody else wish to deny it? But until you received your letters, you hadn't known who was blackmailing you. But now I'm sure that even the least discerning amongst you has been able to determine that the man behind all of your ransoms is none other than Mr. Body himself.
Hey, Mr.
Who's this, Mr. Body? You brutish villain.
Who Mr. Body is no concern of yours. Suffice to say, he's a supporter of the House Un-American Activities Committee, and he feels your activities have been decidedly un-American.
Well, I
My task this evening is to expose your secrets to each other, rendering you all culpable in each other's indiscretions. But we hardly know each other. Precisely!
Don't you think you might spare us this humiliation?
I'm afraid I have no choice. We'll start with you, Professor Plum.
Well, this ought to be good.
I was made aware that you were once a professor of psychiatry, specializing in pathological, lying lunatics suffering from delusions of grandeur. Yes, but now I work for the US government. So your work has not changed. But you can't practice medicine anymore, can you? Your license has been lifted, correct?
Well, what did you
You know how male doctors aren't supposed to date their baby patients?
do? Yes.
Oh, he did!
How awful! You know, someday there will be a reckoning for men like you!
I sure hope so. Me too.
You are disgusting!
Are you making moral judgments, Mrs. Peacock?
Well,
How
I...
then do you justify taking bribes in return for delivering Senator Peacock's votes to certain lobbyists?
My husband is a paid consultant. There's nothing sinful about that.
Not if it's been publicly declared. But if you slip cash into the stall door at Old Elwood's Grill, how would you describe that transaction?
I'd say it stinks.
And when were you in the men's room?
So it's true.
No, it's a vicious lie.
But you've been paying blackmail for a little over a year now. Seems a little sticky, no?
Now see here,
I'm willing to believe you. I too am being blackmailed for something I didn't do.
So am I!
Not me.
You're not being blackmailed.
I'm being blackmailed. But I did what I'm being blackmailed for.
What did you do?
I run a non-governmental agency for classified affairs.
Affairs in Washington.
Is that how you knew Colonel Mustard? Is he one of your clients?
Certainly not!
I was asking Miss Scarlet.
Then you tell him it's not true.
It's not true.
Is that true?
It's not true.
Ah, so it is true.
A double negative.
Double negative? You mean you have photographs?
Indeed. In fact, your double negative is under proof positive. I'm afraid you gave yourself away.
Are you trying to make me look stupid in front of the other guests?
You don't need any help from me, sir. Colonel, looks like you hold a sensitive security post in the Pentagon. Those negatives have most certainly compromised your position.
And what position exactly were you carving, Colonel?
This is an outrage!
Let's see. Who's next? Mrs. White, you've been paying off from the blackmailer ever since your husband died under, shall we say, mysterious circumstances.
Say what you want, I didn't kill him.
Then why pay the blackmail?
I don't want another scandal, do I?
Another?
We had a very humiliating confrontation. He threatened to kill me in public.
Why would he want to kill you in public?
I think that she meant that he had threatened in public to kill her.
It was all over the papers.
And yet he was the one who died, not you, Mrs. White. Not you.
He was found dead at home, undressed, his head had been cut off, and his... Yeah, no.
Oh,
But I didn't do it. I've been out all night at the movies.
Oh, what was showing? The Naked Alibi.
Like that story.
but your first husband also disappeared.
That was his job. He was an illusionist.
But he never reappeared.
He wasn't a very good illusionist.
And lastly, Mr. Green, who is a...
I don't need you to unmask me, Wadsworth. I know what you're gonna say about me.
What's that?
Mr. Green, who is a homosexual.
Not me.
I beg your pardon.
You asked who is a homosexual, and I simply said, not me.
Yes. Thank you, Colonel. But there's more to it than that, Mr. Green.
How do you mean?
There's evidence to support the question of your politics.
My politics, since when is working for the Republican Party a crime?
You swore an oath of allegiance to the Republican Party, but neglected to vote Eisenhower in the last election. That's grounds for an ousting if there ever was one.
But voting records are confidential.
Everything has its price, Mr. Green.
So there you have it.
Have? What?
A crooked senator's wife, a lascivious doctor, a disloyal Republican, and so forth. Not exactly adhering to all American standard of behavior, are you?
Well, that depends who you ask.
But if this body fella such a noble civilian himself, why doesn't he report us to the authorities?
And give up the opportunity to make a buck? Come now, Professor, what could be more American than that?
Apple pie.
All right, Wadsworth, so we're being blackmailed by a renegade McCarthyist. Where does that leave us?
And where is this Mr. Body?
And what does he want from us?
Who cares? I've done nothing wrong. I'm not waiting to find out. I'm leaving.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Peacock, you can stay in denial that you cannot leave this house.
I am the wife of a great senator. You cannot tell me what to do.
Suit yourself.
Locked.
Indeed, all the doors are locked, the windows are barred, and the grounds being patrolled by vicious dogs. There's no way out.
This is
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce your host for this evening and your blackmailer for life, Mr. Body.
How do you do?
The study with her knee.
Thank you. I study martial arts.
There is one more piece of information you may like to have.
What?
The police are coming in less than an hour.
The police! Unless
what?
you agree to double down.
Ugh, why would we do that?
Because if you don't, then I'll place this briefcase, containing all the evidence needed to expose your wrongdoings, in the hands of the press, the police, and the House Un-American Committee. With the right spin, those fellas can make a commie out of anyone. Some of you would face a lifetime of jail, and others a lifetime of shame.
You're taking advantage of
Unless...
Unless what?
Well, there is something you could do for me that would change the game. Something I can't bear to do myself.
What?
Please, sit!
Oh, is it alright if I say sorry? Little accent in front.
What's this about, sir?
In this bag, there are 6 packages that I thought our guests might find useful this evening.
Packages.
Presents, if you will. I'm a generous sort of fellow.
Are you?
Wadsworth, will you please teach me that each guest receives gift?
Gladly.
Would anyone like to take a guess as to what's in your packages? Perfume? Candy? A rare single malt Scotch whiskey. Are guessing games fun? Please, open.
A candlestick. What's this for?
Wrench?
Lead pipe.
A dagger?
A revolver?
I'm sorry. It's just a rope. In your hands, you each have a lethal weapon. You all came here tonight because you believe the evidence against you was so terrible that you would do anything to keep it secret. I'm putting that theory to the test.
You are?
Wadsworth here is the only other person who knows your secrets, and it's costing us all dearly to keep them quiet.
How do you mean?
Now, I wouldn't have to double your blackmail if I didn't have to continue paying Mr. Wadsworth for his silence.
Wadsworth?
That's a lie!
He may look suave and charming,
Oh, thank you.
but really he's conniving and manipulative.
False!
Why else do you think he'd call the police?
You called the police?
Only because he instructed me to do so.
Did I? Ladies and gentlemen, if you can get rid of Mr. Wadsworth, then I'll have no need to double your blackmail or expose you to the police.
You would never.
But why make us do it, Body? Why don't you do your dirty work yourself?
Yeah.
Why would I when the 6 of you are all equally motivated and armed?
Patriotic.
After all I've done for you, he's a liar. I'm one of you. I'm not a button. I'm an indentured servant.
A familiar refrain. Don't make a scene, Wadsworth, it's over. You want to end your blackmail and avoid finding yourselves on the front pages, then you need to kill Wadsworth. Now!
Oh, thank goodness.
Is he breathing?
Stand back! I'm a doctor. dead.
Who had the gun?
I did.
So you shot him!
I did it.
If you didn't, then who did?
Somebody grabbed the gun from my hand, and then there was a shot.
There's no gunshot wound.
She's right, there isn't. But there's a gunshot on the wall over there.
Eagle Eye, Scarlet.
Well, if the bullet landed over there, then how did he die over here?
I don't know. I'm not a forensics expert.
Something else must have killed him. One of us must have killed him.
Well, don't look at me. I didn't do it.
Not I.
I need a drink.
Maybe he was poisoned by the brandy.
Poisoned! Ah!
There is nothing to worry. I'm sure he'll be just fine.
Well, someone had to stop her screaming.
Well, was she poisoned?
How should I know?
Darn, looks like we'll never know now.
Unless she dies too.
The screams are coming from the billiard room. Who's in there? Who's screaming? Yvette! Yvette, are you alright? Yvette, are you alive?
Of course I'm alive and with you! No thanks you, Walter! You have trespassed this house with the murderer!
So the murderer is here.
Where?
Where? Here, we are all looking at him!
And where were you?
I'm an old woman who may or may not have been poisoned. It's a miracle I'm anywhere!
The amateur artsy study. One of you is the killer.
Haven't you heard some the study?
He was listening. I have a tape recorder in the billiard room connected to the study. Monsieur Body asked me to record your conversations.
And why would he ask you to do that?
For more evidence, of course. Wadsworth revealed your secrets in the study. Now they are all recorded.
What a snake! I've got to destroy them. Where are the
Who
tapes?
cares about the tapes? What about the body?
What body?
Body's body!
What, Yvette? Why were you screaming in there all by yourself?
Because he was frightened. He also drank the cognac. Maybe I am poisoned too. Plus, one of you is the killer. Monsieur Body is dead!
We have to figure out which one of them did it.
What do you mean? Which one of them?
Well, I didn't do it.
Well, I would have killed him myself, but I didn't have access to a weapon.
Oh. Well, don't look at me like I was a candlestick.
Maybe it wasn't one of us.
Who else could it have been?
Who else is in the house?
Only the clock.
The clock!
As far as I can tell, the cook's not here.
Oh my, what a lovely kitchen. Me and my husband had one very similar in our first ever brownstone. It has such a homey feel.
With a dagger.
I didn't do it.
This makes two.
To what?
Murders!
I hate murder!
I think you better explain yourself, Wiggleworm.
Me?
Well, who else would want to kill the cook?
Yeah. Dinner wasn't that bad.
Why are you joking at a time like this?
That's my defense mechanism.
Some defense. If I was the killer, you'd be next. I said if! There's only one admitted killer here, and it's not me. It's Mrs. White!
I've admitted nothing.
You paid the white girl? How many husbands have you had?
Mine or other women's.
Yours.
Oh, I've just had 5.
5.
Yes, just the 5. Husbands should be like Kleenex. Soft, strong, and disposable.
Well, if it wasn't you, then who was it? Who had the knife?
It was Mrs. Peacock.
Yes, but I put it down.
Where?
In the study. I mean, one of you could have picked it up.
Well, I didn't.
Well, then it must have been Mr. Green.
Can somebody please help me?
Good Lord, let him out.
You really ought to learn to speak up for yourself better, Mr.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord.
Gentlemen, might I suggest we take the cook's body into the study?
Why? Oh,
Well, for starters, when the police arrive and they find this, we'll all be under custody and under suspicion for murder. And secondly, I'm the butler. I like to keep the kitchen tidy. The body's gone! What are you all staring at?
Nobody.
What do you mean?
Nobody. Mr. Body's body is gone.
maybe he wasn't really dead.
He was.
Well, you should have made sure.
I thought I had.
So was he dead or wasn't he?
Maybe he was dead, but someone moved him?
Moving.
And why?
How should I know?
Well, if he's not here, then where is he?
Oh my, all this excitement. If you'll excuse me, I have to. Is there a little girl's room?
Oui, madame.
No, I just need to powder my nose.
There's a toilet inside the library.
I don't mean to alarm anybody, but we do currently have the small issue of 2 dead bodies, 1 present and 1 missing in the imminent arrival of the police.
Well, the bridge is washed out from the rain, so that should buy us some time. But you don't want extra time? I want the pennies to be right. I am trapped in this house with a murderer!
But once the police get here, the rest of us are doomed.
Wait, sir. Am I correct in assuming there is nobody else in this house?
No.
Then there's somebody else in this house.
Sorry, I said no meaning yes.
Meaning yes?
Yes.
Look, give me a straight answer.
Well, don't look at me.
Wait, is there somebody else in this house? Yes or no?
No.
No meaning no or no meaning yes?
Yes.
There seems to be some confusion about whether or not we are the only people in this house.
There isn't.
Isn't any confusion or there isn't anybody else?
Either. Both.
Just give me a clear answer.
What was the question?
Is there somebody else in this house?
No!
That's what he says, but does he know?
Oh my god.
The missing body of Mr. Body, the cook with the dagger in her back, and all these easily accessible weapons, the rope, the wrench, the revolver, the candlestick. Where's the lead pipe?
He's so bloody.
Stand back.
He's dead.
That's what you said last time.
I believe in second chances.
Mr. Body. Dead. Again.
I'm going to faint.
I'll catch you. Sorry.
Mrs. Peacock, yes. Where did this happen? In the bathroom. At first I thought he was trying to attack me, but then I realized even then, propped up against the door, dead, just waiting to pull it. Someone who would do such a thing.
It takes a lot of guts to kill someone twice.
That's what we call overkill.
But why?
What's the difference?
I think it makes a difference to him.
Makes a difference to us. We've got to find out who killed him, where, and with what.
Seems like it was probably the lead pipe.
10 points, Professor Plum.
What kind of game are you playing, Wixforth?
This isn't a game.
You. The lead pipe belonged to you.
But I dropped it on the way to the kitchen.
People don't just drop murder weapons.
I didn't know it was a murder weapon when I dropped it.
So anyone could have picked it up?
Yes, of course, but who did? Who picked up the lead pipe? Who picked up the lead pipe and brutally murdered Mr. Button, leaving him bloodied in the bathroom? Who?
Cool it, Butler! While you're all freaking out, I am over here trying to do something useful. Have you all forgotten about the evidence against us?
The evidence!
Okay. I don't want to. Oh. Thank you. Oh, it's locked.
There must be a key.
Mr. Green, would you be so kind as to check Mr. Body's pocket for the key to the briefcase containing the evidence that we need to destroy once and for all?
Why me?
Why not?
Oh, well, alright.
Where did you get that?
I don't like germs.
Uh-huh. Or fingerprints!
No! Mostly it's really just germs.
Here comes my dinner.
Oh, God, it's so warm.
Give that here. Right. It's empty.
Empty? And where's all the evidence?
I told you Body was a liar! How the evidence in the briefcase went off!
We must find the evidence!
And destroy it.
Evidence against us aside, we are currently in the room with 2 dead bodies.
It's comes on today.
I suggest we move the bodies to the couch. Maybe that way they'll look less dead.
Some party this is turning out to be.
Allez, monsieur, oui.
Well, alright.
Careful, don't get guts on the ground!
Excellent medical technique, Professor Plum. Never leave a man behind.
Cadavers are heavier than they seem, aren't they?
I would not know.
Right, me neither.
Upsy daisy.
Well, aren't you all strong and viral? Good, now they just asleep.
Alright, let's forget about the dead bodies. We should do something about all of these easily accessible murder weapons and the homicidal maniac on the loose.
Let's put the weapons in the back.
And what good is that going to do?
Then we'll zip up the bag.
But most murderers know how zippers work, Wadsworth.
I know. We'll put the bag in the safe.
Where's the safe?
In the hole.
I don't see the safe.
Is that an original Trumbull, Mr. Wadsworth?
Those are quite valuable. Now is not the time for art appreciation.
A hidden safe behind portrait. How original.
There, locked.
What are you going to do with the key to the safe, Waxfork?
I will put it in my pocket.
But what if you're the murderer?
I'm not.
But what if you are?
I have an idea, we'll throw it outside.
We. An exterior! But it's raining! An exterior!
I'm not suggesting we go outside. I'm suggesting we stay inside, but we throw away the key.
But you'd have to open the door, wouldn't you?
I would.
What if the killer's outside?
Better out than in.
Yes, we'd want to keep the killer outside. If we open the door, we risk letting him in.
But maybe if we throw the key outside, we encourage the killer to go out too.
So I feel like the killer is doing a fine job of opening and closing doors, second is going to make any difference.
But what if we open the door, we throw the key outside, and then the killer catches the key? Then the killer would have the key and would try to confiscate it.
We might be overthinking this. I'm gonna throw the key outside. Follow me.
Not now!
Was that the killer?
Shit, what was the killer?
Takes one to know one.
Liberty and teriyaki is my specialty. Hello there.
Hi, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your whole household, but my car broke down out there and I was wondering if I can use your phone.
Are you a killer?
What? No!
Alright, follow me.
Alright. So where is it?
Where's one? The body?
No, that's all. Wait, what body?
What? There's no body, there's nobody. There's nobody in the study.
No, that phone's been disconnected, but you may use the one in the lounge. Right through this door.
Thank you so much.
There. Locked. Now listen, our task is twofold. 1, find the evidence. 2, find the murderer.
We have one suspect contained in the lounge. That leaves the whole rest of this place up for grabs. Who knows what's behind all these doors?
I suggest we handle this in proper military fashion. We split up and we search the house.
Split up.
Yes, we'll split up in pairs.
But if we split up into pairs, whichever one of us is paired with the killer will get killed.
But then, we would have found who the killer is.
But then the other half of the pairs would be dead!
This is war, Peacock. Cannot break a few legs without making an omelet. Every cook would tell you that.
And look what happened to the cook!
Colonel, are you willing to take that chance?
What choice do we have?
I suppose you're right.
All right, troops. All split us up into pairs. Eeny, meeny, miny, no!
Mrs. White, you're with me. Professor Plum, you're with Mrs. Peacock. Yvette, you're with Mrs. Green. And Miss Scarlet, you're with Eeny Meeny.
But what if someone doesn't come back?
We'll remember you fondly. Now, you've never done open and cherish your partner. This may be the last person you ever see.
Aww.
I'll be right behind you.
That's why you notice.
But why? It's just us. We're alone.
That's just it, Mrs. White. No man in his right mind would ever want to be alone with you.
Fine. You go in there and I'll go in here. Are you going in?
Yes, are you?
Yes.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Fine. Again. 1, 2, 3.
On the count of 3.
All right.
1, 3.
Nothing in that room.
Nothing in that room either.
Shall we search the ballroom?
After you. Olay!
This is quite an impressive library.
How can I find anything if I don't even know what I'm looking for?
Civilized societies perpetually menaced with disintegration through this primary hostility of men towards one another.
Your fancy words don't intimidate me, Professor.
I take no credit, Mrs. Peacock. Freud. I think he's on to something.
Now is not the time for academic pursuits. We're supposed to be finding evidence!
It's not worth it in my opinion. I mean, it's not like we're gonna walk into a room and find the evidence plastered on the wall or something.
I suppose you're right.
Come on, let's go upstairs. Maybe we'll be excited by something in the bedroom.
I haven't been excited by something in the bedroom for years.
Hello? Yeah, I mean, I'm just a little nervous. I'm at this big house on top of the hill, and there's a whole bunch of people here. Yeah, I think they're having a party of some sort. Oh, and the funny thing is, I think one of them is my customer. Yeah, my usual Tuesday night passenger. I think his name was...
Hi.
Hi. You'll never guess what I found in the hall.
Oh?
Professor Plum's stupid tobacco pipe.
What do you think that means?
I have no idea, but it's suspicious if you ask me.
I literally just did.
Honestly, alright, this is the last room in this beastly place to search, and we still haven't found any evidence.
I mean, I think this time has been productive nevertheless.
Aren't you a Pollyanna?
Well, you're a brave and determined lady, Miss Scarlet. I do hope after this whole expedition ends, we can remain friends. I mean, really, all in all, it's just been a lovely group of people. Though I do suppose I would like to hear Miss White explain when and how she lost a piece of her veil in the billiard
You
room.
found Miss White's veil in the billiard room. Odd.
Odd?
Odd. A trap door! A trap door leading to a secret passage. Funny. Go.
Ladies first.
How heroic. All right. My dress.
Move.
You move.
It's because I'm cranking you. Whoa. Where are we now?
How should I know? The lights are off.
Well then, turn them on.
I would if the lights were on.
Oh, I'm going to feel my way around.
Don't get any funny ideas.
A table.
A telephone.
A chair.
A body. A body? Ah! Find the door!
Get me out of here!
Help! Murder!
Let us see! We got it! Shut the door, the lamp is locked!
You had the keys, Wadsworth! You let the motorist in here!
That's right. I did. I do. I don't. The keys are gone.
God! Please get us out of here! There's a murderer on the loose!
There's no alternative. I'm just gonna have to break the door down. Stand back! I'm a doctor.
Stand back! I am a woman!
What happened?
Help!
Get us out of here!
I am done shooting at you. The door is open. You can come out now. Ow!
You were shooting at us,
Open the door.
but you could have killed us!
I said stand back.
Wigglefork, I need you to add finding the key to the lounge on our priority list.
Say, Frenchie, where'd you get that gun anyway?
The safe it was unlocked.
Unlocked? Impossible! I have the key!
No, I haven't. It's gone.
Gone! Not to eat a dead horse, but I feel like having all the keys is really...
I thought you said you'd throw away the key to the safe, Wadsworth.
I did say that, but I didn't do that. I must have gotten distracted by the motorist at the door and I forgot. One of you must have shoved the keys from my pocket while we were searching the house.
So whoever took the keys is the killer.
Precisely.
Speaking of the killer, the motorist is dead in the lounge!
Which one of you killed him?
Oh, we found him together.
And he was already dead.
But the door to the lounge was locked.
We went through a secret passage we found in the conservatory.
A secret passage? Who designed this place?
The Parker Brothers.
Don't worry, it's not the police.
It's the police.
I'm gonna open the door.
No!
It's the decent thing to do.
Open the door.
He's right, actually.
Evening, sir.
Evening, officer. We've been expecting you.
You have?
We haven't?
I got a tip about an abandoned car near the gates of this house. Did a motorist stop by for help by any chance?
No!
Yes.
There seems to be some disagreement. At any rate, could I come in and use the phone?
No!
Of course you may, ma'am. You may use the phone in the lounge.
Unfortunately, this one is out of order.
Of course. My mistake. You may use the phone in the study.
Occupied.
If you please, ma'am, you may use the phone in the library. Right this way.
You're all acting rather peculiar.
It's because I chandelier fell down. It could have killed us, but don't worry. The maid will clean that up.
That's all well and good, but what's going on in the lounge and the study?
Lounging, studying. This way.
Let me have a look.
No, thank you.
What?
This way, please.
Actually, I'd like to have a look around if you don't mind.
Of course. Follow me. I'll take you on a grand tour of Body Manor. This home was built for Lord Reginald Body in 1784.
Look out, your brain in the sky.
Lord Body been declared Lord Body after somebody discovered an antibody that would save everybody. Notice the mahogany floor. Did you know John Esquire Hemming recorded the use of using mahogany for making canoes? Canoe!
What? Hey, where'd everybody go?
Notice the brass doorknobs, crafted especially for Lord Body by his buddy in 1878.
I don't care about the doorknobs, mister. What's going on around here? What are you hiding in those two rooms?
Which two rooms?
The lounge and the study?
Oh, those two rooms.
Yes.
No, officer, I don't think you should go in there.
Why not?
Because it's all too shocking. Oh.
Oh, hello, officer. Welcome to the party. Excuse me.
You are excused.
Pardon me? Good night, officer. Good night. That was not shocking, mister. Those folks were just having a good time. Why didn't you tell me this was a party?
My apologies, sir.
I'll just have a peek in the lounge if you don't mind.
philosopher. How do you do?
Is this woman drunk?
Get drunk.
I'm sorry. Would you like a sip?
No, thank you. I can't drink while on the job. The chief would kill me.
Kill you if you do, or if you don't.
What?
What?
Have a lovely evening, officer.
Same to you. Well,
I can explain everything.
No explanation necessary. There's nothing illegal about any of this.
There isn't?
No, this is America, and that was the pursuit of happiness. May I use your phone?
Certainly. The library, officer.
Thank you.
All's clear, you can come out now. Well done, all of you. Impressive.
Oh my god, that was disgusting. I thought you would be disgusting thing I'm going to do in my life. 30 seconds.
All right, I've locked her in the library.
You locked her in the... You don't have the keys!
I didn't have my right pocket keys. But my left pocket keys were still intact. Now, let's finish searching the manor. The police are on the way!
The police already came.
Not the broken down car police, the criminal investigation police.
Precisely. We must find the evidence and we can't afford to have any more murders. This is getting dangerous. Now go.
Hello? Hello? Power outage? Must be the storm.
oh, yes, chief, this is.
Hello? Or are you still there? Is this phone working?
Hello? Hello? Who turned down tonight? Hello? Oh, it's only you! I thought you was the killer!
Did somebody cut the line? Hello?
Oh, did you find a clue? What is that?
Oh, good, you can hear me. You see, I found an abandoned car and I wound up in a mansion. All the lights just went out. I'm telling you, Chief, there's something funny going on around here. These folks are having a party? You'll never believe who I just saw.
No!
There we are. Let there be light.
Must have been a short wire. Do you all hear that?
How did they get telephones up the hook?
I think it's coming from the library.
That's where the murderer must be!
I'm going in.
Are you afraid?
Of course.
Of what? Fate worse than death?
No, just death. Excuse me, Mr. Cop. Are you all right? Do you need assistance? A phone book, perhaps?
Hey, listen, Copper, the butler asked you a question. Hang up the phone already or I will.
We should be safe here in the bedroom room.
Oh, it's safe.
I can't relax.
How about a round of pool to pass the time?
Oh, Da-da-da-da-da. I am your singing telegram.
Three minutes and 3 minutes. That's our new record.
3 minutes.
That's 6 altogether, which would be Mr. Body, the cook, the motorist, the copy vet, and now the singing telegram girl.
But who is the murderer?
Isn't that the $1 million question?
Sometimes the most obvious answer is right under our noses. I think the best course of action is to retrace our steps. It all started like this. At the start of the evening, there was thunder, lightning, the dogs barked. Ding dong, Colonel Mustard. Ding dong, Mrs. White, who noticed Yvette. Mrs. Peacock, who noticed the cook. Then, sit! No, not you, sir. Professor Plum. Miss Scarlet. Then, dinner is served to the dining room. Jacques Fin soup. Oh, yummy, yum, 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 my favorite. Then Mr. Bunny arrived and we all went to the study. Coffee, brandy. Who is this Mr. Bunny Butler? How do you do? Then Mr. Bunny asked me to pass out packages. It's a stick! No, it's a rope. Then Mr. Bunny switched up the lights. Now! And Mr. Bunny was dead. Well, not really. Really, he was alive, but we didn't know that yet. Then Mr. Peacock drank his drink. Son! Oh! Well, someone had to stop the screaming, and then we had to the billiard rooms! But Mrs. Peacock joined late. I'm an old woman who may or may not have been poisoned. It's amazing I'm anywhere. Then Mrs. White asked, who else is in the house? To which we all replied, the cook! We found knife in the back. Oh God, so gross blood. Germs. Will somebody help me up? Then I suggested we take the cook's body into the study. But Buddy's body was gone! Then Miss Peacock entered the body of her body because Buddy had been bludgeoned in his being. Then, the briefcase. Empty! Then, the monster showed up. Are you a killer? And I walked her in the lounge. Dead! Then the unexpected option of hello, little actor and the peculiar. Can you? Dead! Then the main got strangled in the video room. Dead! No! Which brings us to da-da-da-da-da. I am Bang! And here we all are. Bravo! But what does it prove? Nothing! Well...
I've had enough of this! My dress is dirty. I know who the killer is! You do. I do.
All right, we're listening, Miss Scarlet. Who do you accuse?
It was Professor Plum in the hole with the revolver!
Liar!
We all heard the gun go off, Professor. And I found your stupid tobacco pipe while I was searching the house. When did you drop it, huh? When searching for a vantage point for your next victim? And that poor singing telegram girl. I bet she was one of your old patients. Right.
Never seen that girl before in my life. It wasn't me.
Well, the gun is missing. Gentlemen, turn out your pockets, ladies, empty your purses. Whoever has the gun is the murderer.
Well done, Wadsworth!
You won't be able to prove anything if you're all dead.
That may be true, Professor Plum, but if we're alive...
Officers, there's your man. Well done, Wadsworth.
That's what I
watch Chief of Police. And Professor Plum, you're coming with me.
That's not how it happened. It happened like this.
All right, well, listen, Professor Plum. Who do you accuse?
It was Colonel Mustard in the lounge with the wrench.
I never lounged.
I found your medal of honor in the lounge, along with the wrench that was used to kill the motorist. That wrench belonged to you.
That's a lie.
Well, the wrench is missing. Gentlemen, should out your pockets, ladies, empty your purses. Whoever's the wrench is the murderer.
Well done, Wadsworth!
Officers, there's your man. Not a kernel of truth in him.
Well done, Wadsworth.
That's what I said!
Yes, well, I'm saying it now. Guilty verdict, Chief of Police. And Colonel Mustard, you're coming with me.
That's not how it goes. It went like this. We're listening, Colonel. Who do you accuse?
It was Mrs. White, the billiard room with the rope.
I'd rather die.
I found your veil in the billiard room. And I saw how you cringed tonight when you had served your dinner.
Yes, it's true. I knew that. She had a torrid love affair with my late husband. I hated her. I hated her so much. Flames on the side of my face, breathing, hating breaths. But just because I hated her doesn't mean I killed her.
Well, the rope is missing. Gentlemen, turn out your pockets. Ladies!
Well done,
Wadsworth!
That's what I said!
Yes, well, I'm saying it now. Not me words, Chief of Police. And Miss White?
Like this.
Mrs. White, who do you accuse?
It was Mrs. Peacock in the kitchen with a dagger. I found one of her feathers by the corpse.
Well done, Wadsworth! That's what I
Yes, well, I'm
said!
saying it now. Bury the hatchet, Chief of Police.
But that's not how it happened.
It happened like this.
Mrs. Peacock, who do you accuse?
It was Miss Scarlet in the library with the candlestick.
Maximum, Chief of Police.
You can't do this to me.
Frankly, Miss Scarlet, I don't give a damn! But here's how it really happened.
You serious?
I'm not doing this.
It happened like this. I know who the murderer is.
You do?
It was...
All of you, freeze!
Nobody move. You're all killers.
You can't prove anything, Wadsworth.
I'm not Mr. Wadsworth. I'm Mr. Body.
But how could you be Mr. Body if Mr. Body bled all over me?
It wasn't Body who was bleeding.
But if Bodhi wasn't the body, then who was Bodhi?
He was Wadsworth. My butler.
But if you're Mr. Body, then why would you drag this whole thing out?
Well, when you started murdering people, I decided to roll the dice. See if you'd kill off my entire network of spies and informers, which you all did splendidly, by the way, leaving your fingerprints in every glass, doorknob, and dead body. So now I have each of you on the hook for murder. Bribery for petty crimes is one thing, but murder? Now that could get expensive.
But why this whole charade? The searching of the house, the madness of retracing our steps!
It's all part of the game.
Game!
Well, I'm relaxed now, you see. Now that you've killed everyone off, there's no evidence left against me, so I've got off scot-free.
Police will be here any minute. You won't get away with this.
What's so funny?
No one called the police, did they?
That's a good one. Now listen up, you reprobates. We're gonna stack the bodies in the cellar, leave body manner one at a time, and forget that any of this ever happened.
I can't forget all this.
With murder on the menu, the price of blackmail just tripled.
Forgotten?
Now move!
Hold on, we can rush him. He's got no bullets left in that gun.
Come on, you don't think I'm gonna fall for that old trick?
It's not a trick. There was one for Mr. Body, 2 for the door, 2 for the chandelier, and 1 for the singing telegram girl.
That's not 6.
So, 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 6.
That's not 6.
Okay, so even if you were right, that would be 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1, not 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1.
Okay, fine. There's only one shot that got shot at the chandelier. That's 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1.
No, because if that was right, it'd be 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1, and not 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1.
Okay, fine. 1 plus 2 plus... Shut up! Point is, there is one bullet left in this gun, and any one of you that moves is gonna get it.
So you're just gonna keep blackmailing us and we're all supposed to pretend this never happened?
Of course. Why not?
I'll tell you right now, let me go to an FBI! The jig is up!
Or is it?
Miss me.
You're FBI?
Apparently, I'm a dead ringer figurine. He got a letter just like each of you. But he came to the bureau to ask for help. I took his place tonight so he could have a sting operation.
Some sting. 6 people died on your watch!
I usually work the desk. My beat is property crime. You know, theft, fraud. That's why I was so tickled when the wheel was risked his neck and dropped up a whole briefcase worth of evidence last night.
You've had the evidence this whole time?
It's all here. Miss Scarlett's books include names of customers and employees justifying why she killed that cop who's listed there on her payroll.
Give it to me! Oh!
And ooh, a love letter just to Professor Plum.
It's private property.
That Telegram girl was teenage daughter of the head of who woulda come clean to daddy, who woulda cleaned out Professor Plum, so you killed her.
Now see here.
And you, Colonel Mustard, bet you couldn't be a colonel anymore if that murderess had filmed your general as she drives you Tuesday nights.
I just wanted somebody to talk with.
Shots for 215, Mrs. Peacock. Too bad your old cook couldn't keep quiet. Maybe if she hadn't blabbed about your bribery, you wouldn't have killed her. Just before joining us outside the billiard room.
Circumstantial evidence will never hold up in the court of law!
But this notarized record from the cook will. And Mrs. White. You really did think of that, didn't you?
Flames. Flames on the side of my face, breathing.
Okay! Get it. Here is a vial containing fingerprints collected at the scenes of your previous murders.
I never murdered my husband.
Fingerprints I'm sure the FBI will be able to match with those found around the noose found around Yvette's neck.
I wore gloves.
You mean these? And last but not least, Mr. Bobby Body.
It's Robert.
Now, you didn't hate it at all, did you, Mr. Body?
What's it to you?
Illicit green card love affair is the icing on the cake on this FBI file. An FBI file on the whole Body family. Your butler, the real Wadsworth, has been feeding us information for months. Talk about the real American.
He was British.
You know what I mean? I can see why you'd want to kill him. Twice. You shot Mr. Milsteady, but he wisely played dead. And it wasn't until he tried to escape that you pushed him to death with the lead pipe I dropped on the way to the kitchen.
I mean, really, who drops a murder weapon?
I didn't know it was the Body family has been wanted for organized crime for generations, but they've always eluded the law. Until now, tonight, the Body business has reached a dead end.
You leave my family out of there! Ow! Ow! Oh, Larry! Oh, hold me, Larry. Oh, it's so dark. Oh, here we go. I'm gone. Say goodbye! If I would have known you were coming, I'd have baked you a cake. Ow! Here we go. I'm actually gone. Ugh. instead.
Not yet!
Smile though your heart is breaking. Smile.
Mama! Larry! Larry! Here we go! I'm John! Boy, I tell you, this was the most exciting night I've had in a long time! And now, you're all under arrest! Officers! Here are the criminals you've been looking for, and you'll find the recordings of the confessions we've been waiting for inside the billiard room.
The tapes.
All right. Who done it?
They all did! But if you want to know who killed Mr. Body, it was me, Special Agent Larry Goodman, in the hall with my gun.
Well done, Goodman.
That's what he said!
And that's how it really started. Time. Take him away, officers. I'm going home to sleep with my wife.